Alrighty guys, long form video is here. Wow, look at me. I look so good. I don't know. I haven't done a long form video in a minute, so we're gonna do one. We're gonna talk about PlayStation killing their disc. And you know what they say? They save the best for last, so I must be the best. But anyway, if you haven't been living under a rock, on July 1st, PlayStation announced that they are no longer doing physical disc past 2028. So at the start of 2028, say goodbye to your disc, buddy. No new releases will have a disc. Now, when they announced this, they obviously got backlash from it. And then they didn't make a tweet for like the next 6 days, and then they announced their new Flex Strike wireless fight stick. Yeah, that's a real thing. And then they just started tweeting as normal. And it turns out, apparently from some reports, that they were like, oh, yeah, we know we're gonna get backlash. So they emailed all their employees saying, hey, don't go on social media, don't worry about it, get back to work, get back to work. Which basically they hired a hitman squad, or they called up the Assassin's Creed motherfuckers and they're like, hey, someone talks, send them good night. So I want to dive into like what everyone had to say. There's some people surprisingly for it. That's crazy to my eyes, all right? If you're a consumer, or if you're just like a normal guy who buys games and always grew up on video games, and you're for this, that is very weird. That is like dystopia. Like, why are you for this? Now the CEOs and the journalists, they're a different breed, all right? I don't really consider them gamers fully because, you know, money says a lot, all right? But I want to talk about some people's takes because why not? It's been almost like, what, a month fully of when they announced this, so people had a lot to say. Now, the words that I've been seeing people go around is, yeah, we're gonna do a boycott. And whenever someone says a boycott and they're talking about gamers, I always think of that one Mudahar meme, I am not buying the Switch 2. My thoughts on the Switch 2. Gamers do not boycott, all right? I think it's not in us. You know, I am guilty of it. I bought games at full price, and then when I played it, I was like, damn, why did I buy it at full price? We're all guilty of it. No one's better than anyone else. Do I think PlayStation will lose money this year? I have very big doubts on that. I mean, for Christ's sake, GTA 6 is on the horizon. They are securing the bag this year. It's sad to say, but GTA 6 is gonna make its money's worth, obviously. We all know that. We are not gonna kid ourselves. And they're doing a bundle with it probably, so they're gonna sell consoles. It's the sad truth, so that's probably why they announced it this year, because they're confident that they're not gonna lose money. Now, I am very curious to see when the PS6 gets announced. Hell, people can't even afford a PS5. Now, when the PS6 gets announced, probably next year, because that's what they're probably aiming at for a 2028 release, I'm curious to see what they do with it. Now, is it going to have backwards compatibility? Highly doubtful. Sony does not do backwards compatibility. Is it going to be priced around a PC? Now, if you go to directly digital, you're competing with a PC at that point. And one of the selling points of a console was always, hey man, convenience, you can get a disc at a store and put it in and play it. That's old times. This is now modern times. Now, if they compete directly with the big juggernaut Steam, I don't see them winning this. Hell, even Steam was like, hey, yeah, prices are up, but guess what? They're probably gonna go up even more because RAM and SSD shortage is going up even more. We also gotta realize we are in the modern times of data centers not being restricted. Data centers are being built whether we like it or not. It's kind of sad to a point because there's been so many cases that I've seen that people have towns have spoken like, hey, we don't want a data center, but people play politics and suddenly a data center is built there. So if there's no restrictions on data centers, technology is going to go up in price. It's the sad truth, but it's kind of our reality because there's no restrictions on data centers being built. We also got to realize that. And I saw a take that float around that people were like, oh, if Sony goes all digital, guess what? Consoles will go down. That's an actual take I see floating around. That has never been the truth. Also, we're talking about Sony, bro. I don't even think Sony wanted a disc drive on this console. I have a disc drive on this console right here. I don't even think they wanted to put this on here. I really doubted it. I mean, hell, they're selling it separately now. But like, I have this because I got it. Me and my friends, we got a finesse going. But anyway, greatest clutch ever. I got this a couple years ago with the disc drive. But I don't even think Sony even wanted to put it on the PS5. I think they just didn't want the backlash at the time, so they just didn't care. But I think they're really confident on the PS6 that people are gonna buy it, so that's why they don't care. Interesting to see what they do, but they're really confident this year that they're not gonna lose money. Now, I'm curious to see the PS6, because a lot of my friends, like I said, guys, I am a wannabe YouTuber, right? So I buy games at release at times. I don't buy as much as I used to in the previous years because A, I am broke as shit, but B, they don't make a return. Like, I make a game review, and I spend $70 on a game, and the review gives me like 300 views, which is like $1 back in return. I don't do it for the money, but the money would help me, you know, make a return, but it doesn't help me with that. So I don't usually buy games at release. I only buy games that I'm really personally interested in. Games are too expensive. So I got a lot of buddies. It's really sad to see that they can't even play modern games. Some people are on the PS3, the PS4 still, because the PS5 is still high in price, and it's probably going to go up even more when GTA 6 gets announced. So that's a sad truth. But it's really interesting to see for the past week or two, a lot of media outlets, a lot of CEOs coming out and being like, yeah, we agree with Sony on this. But anyway, yeah, the Avengers came out, and there's a lot of quotes I want to talk about because this decision is just blowing up the media, and I want to talk about it, and I want to do my big video on it. The Ubisoft boss actually said, well, if consoles become more like PC by going all digital, that's actually a good thing. PC did it. Why can't consoles do it? What type of take is this? I don't understand this take personally. The reason people buy consoles is because they're cheaper, and like I said, there was originally a selling point of the convenience, like getting the physical game in your hand. But they're going to full PC price. Why am I buying a console? I might as well buy a PC at that point. And I don't see a great future of consoles selling if they're priced around $1,000. I don't understand where this defense is coming, where PC did it, why can't consoles do it? Well, that was one reason why people still had a console, is because of the disk drive, and, you know, it was cheaper. But if they go full digital, I don't think they're gonna go cheaper. There is no way. It's Sony. Also, it's Sony, guys. Come on, man. I don't understand this diehard loyalty with companies at times. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Steam. But if Steam does something stupid, I'm gonna tell my friends, hey, Steam did something stupid. Because at the end of the day, it's still a company. I don't understand pledging your loyalty to a company that doesn't even care about your existence at times. They only care about their stock. I saw that take flowing around that people were surprised that they were like, oh, they're not reverting the decision because the shareholders aren't scared. Welcome to Business 101. Yeah, of course not. It's capitalism. It's the way the stock market works. Stock market's good. No one gives a shit. But if it's bad, we're going to make some phone calls. And then I saw the God of War creator came out with a quote. This guy comes out with a lot of quotes lately. He just talks a lot. He especially hates the new God of War games. Now, speaking of God of War, I actually got to bring this up here. A lot of people have a problem with the new God of War coming out. And my question is, did you even play God of War 2018? I don't understand people's take on the new God of War that's coming out when you haven't played the other ones. I don't understand that. I really don't. A lot of them be like, oh yeah, I only played the old ones. I don't really care about the new ones. Then why do you care about the new God of War? Like, I don't... Weird takes. The internet is so weird nowadays, man. So he said, and I quote, "It is just the brutal, unavoidable financial reality of an industry trying to survive when games cost over $300 million. Buddy, no one is telling game companies to spend all that money on games. There are indie games that are way less than this that turn a profit. You guys just think if you spend more money, you're gonna return a profit. But at times you're not. You're just not. It's just how it is. You just have to make a good enough idea and a good enough price point to convince customers to buy the game. But if a game is at base $70 to $80, buddy, it's gonna be a hard time to convince people to buy a game. That's just how it is. That's just the reality of it. I like a lot of games that I consider 9 to 10s, but sometimes I'm like, it wasn't even worth $70. That's the sad reality that we're in right now. For him to say that game companies have to spend this much money, so that's why they're getting rid of discs. No, they do not have to spend that much amount of money. The problem with game companies that we're seeing over and over is when times get rough and money gets tight, their solution is layoffs. But we know that these people are talented enough to make good games. Hence, Expedition 33. They're all ex-Ubisoft devs. So they have the talent, they just don't have the creativity. But if you let go of your staff, you're never gonna have the creativity. So what is their solution? Spend more money. Or do microtransactions. Hell, EA exists. 2K still exists somehow, but those games are certified garbage. Alright? Anytime I buy a Madden game, which I haven't bought one in years, I would only cap off at $20. I am not giving you any more than just the same game. The reality is to say like, oh, these big budgets are costing them so much, that's why they're getting rid of discs. The percentage of how much they spend to make disc is probably very low. I think it's very, very low. I think it's just like a little sign off, the little bump in the stock just to get rid of disc. I think that's the truth of it. And I have to say this because we all probably agree to a degree. It's kind of on us why they're getting rid of disc. Granted, we buy more digital games than physical. It's a statistic. It's literally true. But then again, I think companies wanted this. I mean, heads, the disc don't even have the games that time. You have to download it. So in regular people's mind, it's like, why did I buy the disc? Let me just get something, you know, let me get it digital. I can get it in the morning instead of, you know, going to the GameStop and just downloading it and wasting the whole day. But then again, they never gave us perks to get it physically anymore. Like, there's no shirt with it, getting it at like a release, you know, like going to your nearest GameStop and getting like GTA 6, you know, maybe they would have did a shirt or something or some sort of cute bundle. No, hell, it doesn't even have a disc. That's the first game that doesn't even have a disc. It's just a digital code. It's crazy the world we live in, but again, we shouldn't be fully surprised that we are here because not a lot of people buy physical. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. And it's sad to say because, I mean, we all grew up with gaming. That's the problem. My issue is people are defending Sony. That is the crazy part in my eyes. Like, people who buy games growing up, who went to or have memories of going to a GameStop at a young age and picking up that cheap game and just holding it and then going home and playing it. You're for Sony doing this? Hence destroying that memory? That's what's crazy in my eyes. But then again, it is social media. People are loyal to a fault, I guess. I mean, I don't know why, but like, hey man, shit, don't ask me for advice, I guess. But I don't know. It's a very odd reality that we are living in right now. I mean, like I said, this year, I don't see Sony losing money. That's the problem. It's not going to happen. It's sad truth. I mean, I'm buying Wolverine, so fuck me. I can't say much. But also, GTA 6 is a bundle with them. And we're not kidding ourselves. No one's boycotting GTA 6. Let's all not fucking lie to ourselves. But I mean, it's the sad truth. I mean, it's a sad reality that we are in. I mean, we'll see in the future. The future will tell us the truth in all honesty, but we will see. It does suck. And yeah, man, that's gaming news 101 for me. Yeah, it is what it is, y'all. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one.